It started at 3:17 in the morning. Every phone, TV, and radio in the city suddenly blared to life. First, there was just piercing static, a scream of white noise that ripped through the dead silence of the night. Then, a voice cut through. It was panicked, gasping for breath, and chillingly familiar. It was my voice. I was listening to myself beg for help on a broadcast that had taken over every screen and speaker. The message was a frantic warning. Lock your doors. Turn off all the lights. Stay away from the windows. At first, people were just confused. Some left it off as a bizarre prank or a technical glitch. They went back to bed, annoyed but unconcerned. That feeling lasted right up until the knocking started. It wasn't a normal knock. It was slow, patient, and it was happening at every single door, all at once. That's when the security cameras started lighting up across the city. They all showed the same thing. A single, tall figure standing motionless on porches and outside apartment doors. It looked almost human, with a blank, pale face. Then, it smiled. A smile that stretched too wide, filled with too many teeth. A smile that was utterly, horribly wrong. As people peeked through their curtains, my voice screamed from their devices again, this time with pure terror. Do not let it see you move. But it was too late. The chaos began. Windows shattered as if hit by a shock wave. Metal doors bent inward, their frames groaning under impossible pressure. Car alarms and home security systems shrieked into the night, creating a symphony of panic. Police body cam footage that was later recovered showed officers approaching the figures, their flashlights dancing in the dark. The last thing the camera saw was the officers being dragged into the shadows, their screams cut off with a sickening finality. The figure began to change. On the grainy footage, you could see its bones snapping and resetting, its skin stretching and reforming. It was mimicking the people it took, wearing their forms like a costume. Then, one final broadcast played. The city had fallen mostly silent, punctuated by distant, echoing screams. My voice came through the static one last time, but it wasn't panicked anymore. It was calm, steady, and had a strange, almost relieved tone. All it said was, "It learned me first." At sunrise, a deathly quiet hung over the empty streets. Every screen was still on, frozen on the emergency alert. So, if you ever hear an emergency broadcast, and the voice calling for help is your own, don't answer. It's not you, and it's already too late.